You want discipline, but you also want to feel light. There is a way. Stay with me. Let us set a small habit that lasts. Honestly, motivation does not always arrive on time. If you have ever set an alarm and then scrolled for a few more minutes, you are not alone. You are not lazy, you are overloaded. And comfort always finds a way to call you back. Each time we say later, a little confidence wears away. The day slips by. The opportunity goes with it. So let discipline be the lighthouse that guides you. Today I invite you to do the hard thing the easy way. In 60 minutes, we will gather 10 small principles, simple enough to start now, sturdy enough to last, with 30-day and 60-day checklists to help you track your progress gently. People who tried this doubled the goals they completed in just 1 month. Mindless scrolling dropped noticeably. No straining, just consistency. The journey has 5 stages. Stop negotiating with procrastination. Act the moment an intention appears. Speak to yourself in a clear, kind voice. Repeat long enough for the new groove to become natural. Put your energy where it matters. 3 important things every morning. Midway through the video, you will get the 3-2-1 guide and a morning top 3 template, along with a just right accountability nudge that makes it easier to stay on track. At the end of the video, there is a tracker you can use immediately. Discipline is not forcing yourself to the point of exhaustion. Discipline is how you treat your future self with kindness. If this feels right, let us begin. Chapter 1. No negotiation, do not bargain with laziness. Inspiration will not save you. It arrives unpredictably, and it usually arrives too late. The 5 more minutes habit is burning through your mornings. It looks harmless, but it digs a very deep groove. Each time you press snooze, you teach your brain one thing: bargaining with discipline is reasonable. Picture this morning again. 6 o'clock. The alarm rings. The blue glow of the screen brushes the ceiling. Cool air hangs over the floor. Your hand reaches for the phone. 5 minutes, then 10, then 30. You step out of bed with a sigh. The day is already slow. You are moving just as slowly. A hard truth: you are not lazy. You are sitting at the negotiating table with yourself every morning, and you usually lose in the very first minute. Here is a real example many people know. A former officer is famous for discipline. Every morning before dawn, he takes a photo of his watch. 4:30, not to show off. It is a public reminder it is time to get up. No debate, no asking for more. The day begins with a decision that will not be reversed. You do not need to wake at 4:30. You need one clear rule for yourself. When it is time, you get up. Priority number 1 goes first. Everything else follows. Why does this rule matter? Let us do a very quick calculation. 15 minutes of snoozing every morning, almost 8 hours lost in a month. A year adds up to 4 work days, 4 days that do not come back, 4 days that are enough to finish a draft, enough to learn a skill, enough to change an opportunity. You need an iron rule, not a speech. Decide in advance. Do not negotiate when the time comes. Write it down. Place it where you will see it first, beside the bed, on the desk, on your lock screen. When it is time, you get up. Priority number 1 goes first, at least 10 minutes. Now do a very small version. The alarm rings, sit up, put your feet on the floor. Drink the glass of water you set out last night. Open the exact document for priority number 1. Set a timer for 10 minutes. Type the first sentence. Do not open anything for entertainment. 10 minutes pass. A check mark appears. You have just won the first minute, and the first minute pulls the rest of the session along. You will hear the familiar voice: I am tired today. Let me wait for inspiration. I will skim a few lines first. It is very sweet. It promises lightness now, in exchange for heaviness later. What is the price self-respect wears down? Your streak breaks. The feeling of I cannot do it grows bigger every week. Do not give that voice more ground. When it speaks, answer with a clear command. No negotiation. Start now. Say it out loud, then follow it. No more sentences. If you are afraid you will slip, add a safety catch. Place a small note at the head of your bed. Alarm rings, sit up, drink water. Open priority number 1, 10 minutes. A 5-step sequence. Repeat it every morning. Repeat it long enough and your brain defaults to it. Like fastening your seatbelt before you drive. No thinking required, just click. Do you want a little gentle pressure too? Send a message to a friend I wake up at, and I will do 10 minutes of priority number 1 for 30 days. Snap a photo of your check mark every morning. If you slip, you accept a small, pre-agreed consequence. Not to punish, but to give your promise teeth. Do not confuse discipline with harshness. Discipline is not forcing yourself to the point of exhaustion. Discipline is what keeps you out of the quicksand of impulse. Like a compass on your desk. You look at it before you look out the window. When midday arrives and your energy dips, do not move the decision. Lower the bar to the minimal version you promised. 1 paragraph, 1 exercise, 1 review round. Do 5 to 10 minutes. Mark it done. Keep the streak. The minimum still counts as completion. At night, do not reverse the order. Rewards come after, effort not before. Lock in 10 minutes to tidy your notebook, read, or do some light movement. Then relax. You keep your sleep rhythm. Morning becomes easier. Your morning streak becomes safer. You will ask, what if I slip? Missing 1 day is all right. The mistake is turning a slip into a reason to reopen negotiations. When you fall short, stop immediately. Say the command again. Drink water. Do the 5-minute minimum. Return to the old rhythm. Do not drag out self-blame. Do not sign another postponement deal. Why does the command no negotiation start now work? Because it cuts off the channel of inner dialogue. Every negotiation consumes time. You reclaim time with a decision written in advance. You are not searching for a pleasant feeling. You are creating a clear action. Feelings will come later. Progress needs to arrive first. Yes, this sounds simple. And precisely because it is simple, it can run every day. You do not need an elaborate warm-up. You need 1 clean press, 1 decisive move, 1 check mark to start the day. Look straight at the real reward, not a medal, not a round of applause. The reward is the calm when you close your laptop at night. It is the feeling of I kept my word to myself. That feeling rebuilds self-respect, and self-respect carries you through the rough days. You are lighting a small lighthouse for yourself. Each check mark is a spark. Keep adding sparks. The way back to shore becomes clearer. Now lock this section with a 10-second action. Place your phone face down. Open the document for priority number 1. Type 1 headline line. Take a deep breath. Start the 10-minute timer. You have begun. No one can take that first minute away from you. You will not wait for inspiration. You will create momentum through action. You will not ask for 5 more minutes. You will reclaim a full day. You will not negotiate with laziness. You will negotiate for your own future. And if you want to switch to cut hesitation even shorter, it is waiting in the next section. 3 counts. 1 step before reasons have time to appear. Let us keep going. Chapter 2, Instant Action 3-2-1, Move Plus Habit Stack. You do not lack time. You lose it in the first 10 seconds. Waiting for inspiration is the fastest way to be late. The instant an intention flickers, reasons pull up a chair. Wait a bit for the right feeling. Later, when it is quiet, I will skim a little and then start. In those 10 to 90 seconds, your brain spins a story that sounds very reasonable, and you step off the track before your foot even hits the ground. Change the rules. When you think of the task, count 3-2-1. Then move before reasons have time to appear. No debate, no asking your feelings for permission, no negotiation. You have seen this on the big stage. An international medalist in track and field trains for years to wire 1 reflex, the gun fires, the body launches. Not half a beat of hesitation, not waiting for the heart to have a mood, because being slow by 1/10 of a second means losing the entire race. In everyday life, your prize is a full morning, and it begins with the same kind of reflex. Shorten the path from intention to keyboard. When the intention arrives, you touch. Touch the chair. Touch the keyboard. Touch the document. Let the body go first. Feelings will follow. This morning, try again from the start. The alarm rings, you sit up, you put your feet on the floor, you drink a glass of water you set out last night. You open the single most important document for today. You count 3, 2, 1, and type the first sentence within 10 seconds. It does not need to be good. It only needs to be real. One sentence opens the way for 10. 10 sentences open the way for a paragraph. A paragraph opens the way for the full session. The most common trap is not laziness. It is the light warm-up. A bit of desk tidying, a bit of news, a bit of circling. It looks harmless, but it eats your sharpest focus. Do not warm up with comfort. Warm up with a small result. Open priority number 1. Type 10 rough lines. Mark a check mark. You just taught your brain that progress comes before comfort. The gap between intend to do and actually doing needs a bridge. The easiest bridge is to attach a countdown to a cue you already have. After the alarm, count 3, 2, 1 and open the document. After you set the glass down, count 3, 2, 1 and type the first sentence. After you unplug the charger from your laptop, count 3, 2, 1 and start a 10-minute timer. You are no longer asking, should I do this? You are simply running the sequence you set. Your brain loves sequences. Give it the right sequence and it will give you the right reflex. Your environment can make you win or lose by the 11th second. A cluttered desk, a browser full of shortcuts to distraction notifications lighting up like fireworks. Reduce friction for the right action, increase friction for the wrong one. Set out your water notebook and the document you need. Place your phone out of reach. Turn off unnecessary notifications during your work window. Set your screen to a single window only. When the right action is easy, the wrong action becomes hard. What if I count and still do not move? Change your posture. Stand up. Take 3 steps. Touch the desktop. Count again. You are not hunting for inspiration. You are flipping the movement switch. The body goes first, the mind follows. Once your hands have typed the first sentence, momentum will pull you forward. A best-selling author once said, in essence, I sit at the desk at the same time every day, not because I always want to, but because that is when I work. No inspiration, no elaborate ritual. It is simply time, so I type. Their success does not come from a special day. It comes from a reflex repeated on time long enough. Now run a tiny test. Pick the exact task you are avoiding. Write a headline. Type 1 sentence. Start a 10-minute timer. Do not look back, only move forward. By minute 10, you will notice something familiar. Inspiration has found the person who is already in motion. You will not wait to feel ready. You will build momentum. You will not promise later. You will type right now. You will not circle with rituals. You will lay a brick in the center. To make the 3, 2, 1 switch run smoothly, stack it onto cues you already have in your day. After brushing your teeth, 3, 2, 1, open the document. After pouring your water, 3, 2, 1, start a 10-minute timer. After making your bed, 3, 2, 1, write 3 lines of goals. You do not need a superhuman memory. You only need to hook the right links. One link pulls the next. The more fixed the chain, the less room there is for negotiation. Here is a soft truth with an edge. The longer you wait, the more reasons appear. The sooner you move, the fewer reasons survive. That is the math of procrastination. Therefore, the countdown is the knife that cuts reasons. Cut once every morning. Cut once every work session. Cut until your hands deliver the right move on their own. You can borrow a little gentle pressure to lock the habit. Write a single line where you live and work. Whenever I think of priority number 1, I count 3, 2, 1 and type the first sentence within 10 seconds. Snap a photo of today's checkmark. Tomorrow snap another. 30 days pass and the reflex is in your bones. Quiet but durable. If you find yourself slipping at the 11-second, post a short line where it is easy to see. Think it. Do it. Not one extra word. Each time your eyes land on it, you remember that the road from thought to action is only 3 counts long. You will not let comfort drive. You will let progress take the wheel. You will not make vague promises. You will start the timer, type the first sentence, and lock it in with a check mark. You will not wait for an ally named inspiration. You will open the door yourself and step through. Hold this feeling a little longer. You now have a starting whistle for every task. In the next section, you will learn to command yourself with lines as clear as a starting gun, so the voice that says, "I cannot," goes silent. When the command is right, the 3-2-1 switch fires and you move. Let us keep going. Chapter 3, Control Thoughts, Guard the Gate of Your Mind. The work is not too hard. The problem is that the sentences in your head are steering your hands. If you do not guard the gate of your thoughts, you will let feelings control actions and you will keep procrastinating. That familiar whisper shows up the moment you're about to begin. I am terrible. I am not good enough to start. It is not worth beginning. It speaks softly, but the price is huge. A day slips away and your promise to yourself cracks a little more. Today, take the wheel back. You do not need to silence every feeling. You need discipline to stand at the gate and choose which sentences are allowed to stay. Look at a clear proof of trained thinking. Michael Phelps won the gold medal in the butterfly at the Beijing Olympics when his goggles flooded with water right from the start. He could not see. He did not panic. He had rehearsed the movie in his mind for years, counting strokes, swimming in the dark, finishing the distance exactly as practiced. When the problem hit, he did not ask, "Can I do this?" He triggered the script already written in his head. The result was the finish line, not a list of reasons. That is discipline in thinking. Recognize, replace, limit the inputs, and act on the inner command. Begin in the simplest place. Catch the sentences that pull you backward. Each time an intention flickers, pause for one beat and write 3 lines right where you are. What am I thinking? Does it pull me back or push me forward? If I replace it, what sentence will I use? 60 seconds is enough. Not good enough yet becomes, I will do the minimum version for 10 minutes. Not worth starting becomes, one line is still progress. You will not let a gloomy story run in the background. You will rewrite the command so your body can hear it and act now. The next enemy is not rough. It is polite and warm. Take a break. You deserve it. Do not push today. Tomorrow will be better. That is fake kindness. It makes you feel better now and leaves a deep scratch in your future. Every time you nod, your standard slides a little lower. Tomorrow becomes harder than today. Set a new rule. You do not forbid rest. You forbid reversing the order. Rest after, not before. When the invitation calls say one present tense line, clearly I will do 10 minutes now, then rest after. Count 3, 2, 1, and start exactly 10 minutes. Pen touches paper. Fingers touch keys. You are training your brain. I decide, emotions follow. Sometimes the problem is not inside you. It is in what you allow into your head. An inflammatory headline, a negative comment, an endless stream of content you call staying updated. The more you consume, the louder your mind gets. The louder your mind, the slower your hands. This is when you need a mental diet. For the first 30 minutes of the morning, allow no inputs. Water only, no news. Your priority document only, no extra windows. At night, go offline 1 hour earlier. Turn off unnecessary notifications during your work block. Pin a single shortcut that leads straight to your main task. You will not pour more noise into your mind. You will pour quiet into your hands. At times, what holds you back is not noise, but exaggerated fear. What if I start badly? What if I mess this up? Bring truth into the room. Write 3 things you know for sure about today's task. Write 3 things you are speculating. Choose one truth and turn it into a step so small you cannot refuse it. 1 paragraph, 1 calculation, 1 review exercise. You do not need to eliminate fear to begin. You begin so that fear shrinks. Truth goes first. Fear follows. You can train an authoritative inner voice the way you would train your own coach. This voice does not scold and does not flatter. It is clear and present. Stand up now. Open the document now. 10 minutes now. Each time you use that voice and act it once, you close the door to negotiation. You will not say maybe, you will say now. You will not ask, is it worth it? You will choose, I will begin, and let results answer. If you want a data point to trust, look at attention. When you switch between tasks, productivity drops because your brain must reload context. Every hop spills a bit of energy. Limiting inputs and focusing on one thing is not vague advice. It is how you keep your energy whole for one important task. You have felt this when you wrote for 10 minutes straight without looking back. The thread warms up and the words flow more easily. That is the reward of quiet in the mind. Now do something small right here. Take a pen or open a note and write these 3 lines as your starter ritual. What am I thinking? Does it pull me back or push me forward? If I replace it, what sentence lets me act now? 60 seconds. When you are done, count 3, 2, 1 and launch the 10-minute minimum. Before you can say later, you are already doing. You will not let self-diminishing lines stand at the door. You will let clear commands stand guard. You will not pump more noise into your head during work hours. You will pour in quiet so your hands can move faster. You will not wait to stop being afraid before you begin. You will begin so fear has to step back. A day of slipping is normal. What is not normal is letting one negative line rule the whole week. When you drift, return to the 3-line ritual. Write it, replace it, act. Do not analyze more. Do not search for a pretty feeling. Take 3 small steps and the feeling will follow. You may say, I have tried replacing lines many times, but my head is still loud. Then add one more latch in your environment. During your work block, keep only 3 things on the desk: water, a pen, and the document. Put your phone in another room. Keep one window on the screen. Place a small note in the corner. Catch the thought. Replace it. Move forward. Every time your eyes touch it, that is the starting whistle. Whistle blows, the body moves. Feelings follow. You do not need to become unfeeling. You need to become the person who chooses which sentences are allowed to stay, like a gentle but strict gatekeeper. Noise goes elsewhere. Commands go in. Action comes out. When you have guarded the gate long enough, you will notice something quiet and strong. You can trust the words you say. You say 10 minutes and your hands do 10 minutes. You say priority number 1 first and your screen opens to priority number 1. That trust is the foundation. On that foundation, every other technique becomes easier to use. There is no longer a conflict between thought and action. Lock this section with a small, soft commitment. Tomorrow morning, allow no inputs for the first 30 minutes. Begin with the 3-line ritual and the 10-minute minimum. If a negative line pops up during the day, stop for 60 seconds, write it, replace it, and return to the task. At day's end, write 1 line. Where did I guard the gate best today? You will see quieter days, faster hands, and self-respect returning. You will not let feelings steer your hands. You will let the right command lead the way. You will not build a day on fear. You will build a day on truth and small moves. You will not live in noise. You will work in deliberate quiet. Keep this rhythm as you step into the next section. You now know how to seal the exits in your mind. Next, you will learn to force repetition, so your brain must accept a new groove after 30 to 60 days. Once the habit is formed, you will no longer wrestle with every decision. You will run on the tracks you have laid. Let us keep going. Chapter 4, Force Repetition, 30-60 Days. You do not need big results to keep a habit alive. You need to avoid quitting in the middle when you do not see anything yet. Believing no visible progress means stop is the reason habits die before they take root. A hard truth, inspiration, will not save you on day 5. What saves you is repetition, even small, even boring, every day. A little but steady beats a lot but erratic. You want a life change. Begin with 1 brick each day for the next 30 to 60 days. Consider examples everyone knows. Stephen King sits down to write everyday holidays and birthdays, included setting a goal of 2,000 words or more. Not because every day he feels inspired, but because that is his job. Jerry Seinfeld is famous for hanging a calendar on the wall, and each day after he writes, marking a big X to build a streak, then refusing to let the streak break. And there is a number worth remembering. One study at a university in London found that the average time for a behavior to become automatic is about 66 days. No magic. Only forced repetition long enough. You often quit for a very reasonable reason: I do not see results. Day 3, day 7. The mirror has not changed, the measurements have not shifted, the page is still spotty. You conclude, maybe this is not working, but the sapling barely touched soil before you pulled it up to check the roots. The price is a broken streak, dented self-respect, and a harder start next time. Write a decision in advance. I will not evaluate during the rooting phase. I will simply show up and place one brick. Today, write one paragraph. Today, read 2 pages. Today, do 10 push-ups. Record it. Make no commentary. The reminder to yourself: one brick today. You will not stare into the mirror for instant results. You will lay bricks to build a foundation. The next trap is all or nothing. You feel a surge and go huge. The day after, you are drained. The streak drops to 0. The price is a circadian rhythm stretched and snapped, and a brain that learns effort equals exhaustion. Switch approach: the non-negotiable minimum. Each day requires a version so small you cannot refuse it. 1 paragraph, 2 pages, 10. Reps, 5 minutes. You are not trying to dazzle. You only need to show up. Show up every day. You will not blaze and burn out. You will burn steady until the fire lights itself. You also lose to boredom. On day 17, your brain asks, this again? Yes, this again. Boredom is proof you have passed the outer shell. If you turn back here, you lock the door to mastery. Reset the rule: success belongs to the one who can tolerate boredom. Here's the practical method: cap time instead of demanding quality. Start a 10-minute timer. Work rough. Do not polish. When 10 minutes end, stop while momentum remains. Tomorrow you will want to return. You will not wait to feel interested before you work. You will work so that interest returns. Another innocent reason your streak breaks: I forgot. You're not weak. You just do not have hooks yet. Attach the new habit to an existing one. After brushing your teeth, open the document and write 1 paragraph. After making your bed, do 10 push-ups. After setting your glass on the desk, read 2 pages. No thinking required. Just link. Your brain loves fixed sequences. Give it the right sequence and it will return the right reflex. A streak truly lives when it is visible. You need a measure your eyes can see at once. A wall calendar. Each day you finish, draw a big mark. Every day has a mark. The streak stretches. Self-respect grows. On the day you miss a beat, do not let a miss become a collapse. Reset the timer and do the minimum version the moment you notice. Mark it in that same day. The streak keeps breathing. You will not let a hairline crack become a canyon. You will patch it the moment it appears. You say, but my schedule is packed. Busy does not kill habits. Bad estimates kill habits. You think you need an hour? You wait for an hour that never comes. The habit dies. Shrink the habit so it fits inside your day. Not 1 hour of writing, 10 minutes of writing. Not 50 push-ups, 10. Not 1 full chapter, 2 pages. Set the bar so low there is no excuse. Then repeat. Repeat every day. You will not wait for free time. You will carve a slot and slide the habit in. One more story to prove this is not theory. Training for the Olympics, Kobe Bryant became known for pre-dawn sessions. Not every session was punishing in intensity, but showing up did not change. 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, he was in the gym. Not asking, do I feel like it? Not waiting for a comfortable day. Because of that, his number of repetitions in a single year exceeded others. More repetitions built the naturalness that people call talent. You do not need basketball. You need the lesson of showing up a little every day, and compounding advantage takes your side. Now make habits easy to start and hard to abandon. Easy to start, lay out your tools the night before. Open the document to the exact page you will write. Place the book right on the desk, open to the right page. Set the exercise mat beside the bed. Hard to abandon, turn off notifications during the 10-minute window. Put the phone out of arm's reach. Set a reminder that rings with a familiar chime right before start time. When everything is already there, it is hard to find a reason not to place a brick. You will resist the urge to evaluate midway. Do not step on the scale on day 7. Do not grade your quality on day 13. Answer one question only. Did I place one brick today? Yes is yes. No is no. Black and white helps the brain stop arguing. If you still doubt, use your own data to persuade yourself. Track 15 days. Number of days with a mark. Number of days without a mark. A photo of the page you wrote. A photo of your arm after 10 push-ups. A photo of the pages you read. On day 16, look back. You will see an upward line even if it is slow. That line is a new identity. I am the person who shows up every day. You will not build habits on inspiration. You will build on calendars and check marks. You will not wait to see results before you continue. You will continue so that results appear. You will not pull up the plant to check the roots. You will water it and stand still long enough for the roots to grow. Now seal this with a small promise. Choose one habit, write one paragraph. Do 10 push-ups, read 2 pages. Choose one cue after brushing your teeth, after making your bed, after setting down your glass of water. Write this: for 30 days each morning after my cue, I will complete my habit. Place it where you will see it first. Prepare your tools the night before. Tomorrow morning, do exactly what you wrote. Draw a big check mark. Repeat. The next day, repeat. 1 brick today, 1 brick tomorrow. 30 days becomes a small wall. 60 days becomes a solid foundation. You will not pour all your effort into one day and collapse. You will spread your effort across days to create compounding advantage. You will not ask, when will I see a difference? You will ask, did I place my brick today? You will not treat the habit as a trial. You will treat it as an identity forming. When you have a streak, protect it as you would protect yourself. If you break one day, do not break 2. The next day, do the minimum before anything else. Put the streak back on the rails. You do not need self-reproach. You need to return. 2 very ordinary words that are very strong. Come back. Boredom will become familiar. Heavy will become light. I cannot do this will become, I do this daily. That is the quiet magic of forced repetition. At first you carry the habit, then the habit carries you. Keep this rhythm as you step into the next section. You now know how to lay 1 brick each day for 30 to 60 days. Next, you will learn to command yourself with lines as clear as a starting whistle, words that make your hands move, not your heart hesitate. When the command is right, the streak runs smoothly. Let us keep going. Chapter 5, Strict Self-Direction. Command yourself. You do not lack ability. You lack an inner commander. If you do not issue orders to yourself, feelings will drive you, and you will keep procrastinating. What blocks you is not the work. It is the skillful little whispers. I cannot. I do not feel like it today. I will do it tomorrow for a better rhythm. They sound reasonable. They make you feel comfortable for a moment. In exchange, your standard slides without you noticing. From now on, change the mechanism. You do not negotiate with feelings. You issue short, clear, present tense commands. Say it, then make your hands follow. No permission, no deals, no delay. Look at a sharp example of disciplined self-talk. Jocko Willink has said that when things go off track, he answers with one word, good. Not because failure is good, because that word is a state change command. What is the next action right now? Plan falls apart. Good, make another plan and begin. Short on resources. Good, learn to use what you have and begin. He does not ask whether inspiration has arrived. He issues the order for the next move. Replace the first sentence that weakens you most, I cannot. Change it immediately to, I will take one step right now. Say it slowly, clearly, loud enough for your own ears. Then stand up. Open the exact document you need. Type one line. 10 seconds are enough to prove it you can. You will not hunt for why it is hard. You will find one small step to begin. The next weak voice wears a friendly mask. I do not have inspiration today. It makes you wait for a right feeling. The price is a whole day with no check mark. Do not wait. Issue the order. Work 5 minutes. Inspiration comes after. Set a 5-minute timer. Count 3, 2, 1. Write a rough paragraph. Read 2 pages. Do 10 reps. When the body moves, feelings move. You will not beg for inspiration. You will create momentum, so inspiration must show up. Another trap sounds very kind. Take a break, you deserve it. You do deserve rest, but after the minimum you promised. Resting first reverses the order. Reversing the order slides the standard. Issue a new order. I will do the minimum, now rest after. 10 minutes of writing. 10 minutes of reading. 10 minutes of light movement. Mark it done before you open the relaxing part. You will not let comfort lead the way. You will let progress lead the way. Another voice pops up at minute 11. This is not good enough yet. It sounds dedicated, but it ties your hands to the chair of perfectionism. The price is standing still. Issue a decisive command. Progress first, polish later. After the first sentence, start a 10-minute timer and do not look back. Keep going. Even rough, keep going. Return tomorrow and refine. You will not critique while you are running. You will run the distance, then evaluate. Then come the grading lines. I am bad at this. I am slow. You do not need a long rebuttal. You only need to change the tense and the verb. I am bad becomes I am learning. I am slow becomes I am doing this daily. Then pin one tiny step right after the replacement. Write 3 lines of notes. Set one formula. Do one exercise. You will not stick labels on yourself. You will stick commands on your hands. Another example from the long run, Eliud Kipchoge repeats very short lines while running. Stay calm. Focus. Keep going. Not to soothe himself. They are commands that keep the body on rhythm, not knocked down by extreme feelings. When fatigue rises, the command keep going fires. When headwinds hit, the command stay calm fires. The body obeys. The rhythm holds. The finish line does not move. Now practice a 60-second ritual to switch your mental tracks. Take a pen or open a note. Write 3 lines. What am I thinking? Does it pull me back or push me forward? If I replace it, what sentence lets me act now? After replacing, count 3, 2, 1, and run a 5-minute minimum. You just intercepted a very subtle trick, the backward pulling whisper. Some will say, talking to myself feels fake. It is fake when you speak and do nothing. It is real when you speak and act at once. So post your commands where your eyes land most. By the bed, on the desk, on your lock screen. When it is time I work. 5 minutes now. Inspiration after. Progress first. Polish later. Repeating in your head is not enough. You need ears to hear it and eyes to see it, so your brain understands this is the priority. A small volume tweak for your inner command voice. Speak short. Speak in the present tense. Name the action. Stand up. Open the document. Type the first sentence. You are not delivering a speech to yourself. You are pressing start. You will meet resistance. I tried and then I quit. Resistance is not proof you are wrong. Resistance is the signal you have touched what needs changing. Install a double latch. Command plus the right friction. Say stand up now and put the phone in another room. Say open the document now and keep it ready on the first screen. Say 10 minutes now and start the timer before your brain can object. The clearer the command, the shorter the path into action. An important part of disciplined self-talk is refusing to borrow someone else's harsh voice to judge yourself. You do not need heavy words. You need neutral commands. Not, "you are lazy," but "sit up straight." Type one line. Not, "why can you never improve?" but "work 10 minutes, then mark it done." Self-respect does not mean easing up. Self-respect means clarity. One more proof of the power of short commands. Serena Williams is known for self-cues on court here. Right now. With every serve, every return, she pulls her mind to the present with 2 words. 2 words are enough to block the needless muttering. 2 words are enough to let the body do what it trained to do. You do not need a stadium. You need one anchor to pull yourself into the present when your mind starts drifting. Test this in 10 seconds. Look at your most important task today. Say out loud, "I will take one step right now." Count 3, 2, 1. Type one sentence. Make one mark. In that instant, you just won the meeting in your head without holding a meeting. You will not use vague language. You will use concrete verbs. You will not say, "maybe I should." You will say, "do it now." You will not ask, "is it worth it?" You will say, "10 minutes now." To make commands stick, chain them to cues you already have. After brushing your teeth, say, "open the document now." After pouring water, say, "type the first sentence now." After making your bed, say, "read 2 pages now." Fix chains, reduce negotiation. The brain loves chains. Give it the chain and it gives you the reflex. There will be days you slip. It is all right. The real mistake is returning to the old voice, "I am terrible." Do not teach your brain that line again. Teach it this line. Come back now. Do one minimum version. Mark it. The streak keeps living. Self-respect remains intact. You can add data to believe in what you are doing. The most effective behavioral interventions are short, clear, and repeatable. Your command meets all 3. Short so you can press it fast. Clear so your body understands. Repeatable so it becomes tomorrow's track. Lock this section with a small note posted at eye level. Write 3 sentences in your own command language. 1 for morning, "when it is time I work." 1 for midday, "5 minutes now." Inspiration after, 1 for minute 11. Progress first, polish later. Each time you see them count 3, 2, 1 and perform one action linked to that line. You will feel a quiet shift. Your words begin to carry weight. You will not feed the weak voice in your head. You will feed the command voice. You will not wait for inspiration's permission. You will sign your own order for action. You will not live by momentary feelings. You will live by clear orders from your goal. One line to carry all day. Say it clearly. Follow through. Say it clearly. The body hears. The body acts. Feelings follow. Feelings follow. The streak grows. The streak grows. Identity changes. Keep this short command as you move to the next section. You now have an inner commander. Next, you will build gentle pressure from the outside, a 48-hour deadline, a public commitment, or a small deposit. When the inner command meets outside pressure, the negotiation has no room to live. Let us keep going. Chapter 6, Pressure. Create gentle pressure. You do not need more time. You need more pressure. Believing it is fine, tomorrow is fine, is the trap that stretches your goal to infinity. Each day you say tomorrow, you teach your brain one thing. There is no consequence for breaking a promise. No consequence means no urgency. No urgency means no start. Today, change the rule. Create gentle pressure firm enough to make you act, soft enough to let you adapt. You will not let comfort steer your hands. You will let progress lead the way. The enemy here is the comfort zone. It wears polite clothing, no problem, tomorrow works. The cost is that plans expand to fill every bit of time you give them. You walk a big circle, return to the starting line, and call that circle busy. The iron rule is clear use, leverage, not hope. Choose one of 3, a 48-hour deadline, a public commitment, or a small deposit. With pressure, there is progress. Without pressure, there are only intentions. Consider a heavy example. David Goggins talks about the accountability mirror post commitments. On the mirror, face yourself each morning, force yourself forward. When he signed up for an ultra marathon while not ready, he did something simple but ruthless against delay. He hung the race date on the wall and told everyone. The countdown day does not argue. It only reminds you either you run today or you pay tomorrow. You do not need an ultra marathon. You need a countdown close enough that you cannot ignore it. Begin with 48 hours. Choose one dangling task. Write a clear, verifiable outcome for 2 days from now. Start a countdown timer. Pin it to your home screen. As the clock runs down, you can no longer afford hesitation. Your focus tightens naturally. You cut rituals. You do the hard part first. If you doubt this, test it yourself. With no timer, you circle around. With a timer, you lock in something tangible. Some say I keep it private so the pressure is lighter. Privacy is why quitting is easy. No one knows, no one asks, no one reminds. Borrow the force of a public promise. Write one short line where you live and work. In 48 hours, I will complete the minimum version of task X, 1 draft, 10 items, 2 pages. Invite a friend to be your keeper of the promise. Each time you finish, snap a photo of a checkmark. No speeches, just evidence. You will not say I am trying. You will show I have done it. The more eyes that witness, the fewer empty chairs in your head's negotiation room. Pressure becomes real when money is on the line. People fear losing more than they like gaining. Use that rule. Gently send a small amount to a friend under a clear agreement that you lose it if you miss the deadline, or pledge to donate that amount if you quit. You do not need a large sum. You need a promise with teeth. The feeling of real loss will get you up when you want to sit down. You will not wait for inspiration to save you. You will let conditional loss save you from dragging things out. The more specific the pressure, the straighter the behavior. Do not set finish the project. Set finish 500 words or finish items 1 through 3. Do not set read a book. Set 2 pages. Do not set exercise. Set 10 push-ups. The more measurable the slice, the more grip your countdown has. As the clock flows, each checkable piece pulls you forward. Treat pressure like a green light, not like a whip. You do not need heavy punishment. You need a system of light but constant cues. A countdown visible on your home screen. A wall calendar with big boxes to mark. A friend who pings at the right time and asks, "Where are you now?" The presence of pressure quiets, comforts invitations. You will not ask for tomorrow. You will ask, "What piece can I lock today?" If you fear pressure will make you tense, remember that gentle pressure is not a squeeze to empty you. Gentle pressure is a frame that lets you apply moderate, continuous effort. It is like a riverbank for the current. The current does not burst the bank, and it does not lie still. You are not pushed to exhaustion. You are braced to move steadily. Here is a visible example of public pressure from Dwayne Johnson. He often shares very early workouts in a stacked schedule as a way to keep himself consistent in front of others, not to show off, to remove the escape hatch. When people know you are in the gym before dawn, you have fewer reasons to sleep in. Another story from Eliud Kipchoge. His team trains on a clear plan with runs and rests scheduled, and the whole team follows. A group is a form of gentle pressure. One person drifts and hears the steady footsteps of the rest. You do not need a team. You need one person or one place to hang your promise. Now do something in 60 seconds. Pick one task you have been stretching. Write one concrete result for 48 hours from now. Start a countdown. Pin it at the top. Post one short commitment where you are tracking, or send a message to a friend. If possible, transfer a small amount and agree on complete it, and you get it back. Fail and you lose it. You just created gentle pressure. From now until the clock hits 0, you have a good reason to start the moment your brain tries to stall. You will not let a task expand to fill all the time you give it. You will shrink the time to shrink the task. You will not put hope in inspiration. You will put leverage in the system. You will not say, "I will try." You will set the timer and produce evidence. One small tactic to keep gentle pressure from becoming a burden: split the big mark into mid-course checkpoints. Every 6 to 8 hours, send your keeper of the promise a screenshot or a single-line update. By the end of 48 hours, you will not face "I have not touched it." You will only need to lock the final piece. When you feel the urge to run from pressure, rename it. Do not call it pressure. Call it an action frame. A frame saves you from deciding all day long. You decide once the milestone, the timer, the keeper, the small consequence. The rest is following the frame. Each time you follow the frame, you fear pressure a little less and trust yourself a little more. If you still hesitate, add a small reward after the mark. When you lock the piece inside 48 hours, give yourself 15 minutes of something you enjoy. Keep the order correct: progress first, comfort after. When the reward stands in the right place, you argue less with your feelings at the start. Now say one line out loud to lock this section: pressure brings progress. Then take one action at once: start the timer, send the promise, or place the deposit. 10 seconds are enough to turn intention into an arrow that sticks. By tonight, snap the first photo. Tomorrow, snap the second. After 7 days, you will see a streak with sharp notches you have never had. Each notch is a clear milestone, and each milestone is another step of belief. You will not call tomorrow as fine kindness. You will call it by its name: delay. You will not soothe yourself with soft promises. You will use countdowns, public commitments, and deposits to keep yourself upright. You will not build goals on "when I am free." You will build on modest musts you have signed yourself. Keep this frame as you step into the next section. Gentle pressure will get you into the work. Midway, you will meet a tempting invitation escape effort for instant relief. The next section will teach you to choose a short dose of effort over long escape, so your mental endurance grows day by day. Let us keep going. Chapter 7: Effort, Relief, Build Mental Endurance. You do not need more rest to feel better. You need a little effort to become truly strong. Believing you must feel comfortable before you act is the fastest way to weaken yourself. When the work grows heavy, the brain opens an escape hatch. A quick snack, a mindless scroll. Relax for a few minutes first. Light now, heavy all day. You already know the price: promises made but not kept, self-respect chipped away, and a hollow feeling by evening. Change the system from this minute. Choose short effort over long escape. 10 minutes of focused, distraction-free work, then 2 minutes of real rest. No negotiating mid-session, no rewards before effort. Lock it in with one line: hurt for a moment, self-respect all day. The first trap is the exit door, named Just a Little. You plan to open the document. Your hand pivots with skill. An entertainment app pops open. Only a few minutes. A few minutes become half an hour. Half an hour becomes a groggy, guilty morning. New rule: no escape until 10 minutes are done. Set a timer. Turn off notifications. Type for 10 minutes without looking back. When the 10 minutes end, rest for 2 on purpose. Stand up, drink water, look into the distance. Then begin the next 10. You will not hide in comfort. You will pass through the short, hard part to win an easier day. You may ask, why take the pain? Because short effort makes you stronger. Long escape makes you weaker. One soft but strong habit is enough to carry you through those first hard minutes. And the real reward of 10 focused minutes is not finished already. The real reward is self-respect. You said it and you did it. That feeling fuels the rest of the day. When midday fades your energy, you will hear the invitation: rest longer to recover. Rest is necessary, but rest in the right place. Use a stamina pattern that top athletes rely on: shorten effort, repeat steadily. Michael Jordan's Breakfast Club was not scattered all-out sessions. It was regular pre-dawn work, day after day, game or no game. He did not choose the escape of sleep a little more when it was hard. He chose effort short enough to sustain, steady enough to compound. You do not need to become a legend. You only need the lesson: when tired, do 10 minutes on the right task, then 2 minutes to recover, then another 10 minutes. You will not doze inside rest to feel better. You will become stronger through the rhythm of effort recovery. Another very subtle exit, perfectionizing. You say, let me fix this until it shines, then I will continue. You are hiding in details to avoid the heavier lift of progress. The price is standing still and feeling worse. The correct rule is ugly but moving forward. 10 minutes producing, no judging. 2 minutes rest. Next round, light editing allowed. You will not decorate nothing. You will place the ugly brick first. An ugly brick still raises the wall. A perfect brick still in your hand is 0. The next exit, grab a snack so I can work better. You know the ending, blood sugar swings, foggier head, slower hands. Reverse the order. 10 minutes on the main task first, then a purposeful small snack. Do not eat to hide, eat to continue. You will not call a long snack break a quick pause if it drags you away from the desk. You will use it as a correctly placed small reward after 10 minutes of effort. Escape also wears the mask of chasing novelty. You are doing task A. You see task B and it looks more exciting. You switch to B to feel light. Light now, heavy when you return to A. You know why every switch drops the context and costs real reload time. Close that door with one command. Stay put for 10 minutes. The clock runs. Do not switch horses midstream. When 10 minutes end, rest 2, then another 10. You will not scatter effort everywhere. You will nail one small section at a time. Now you have a frame, but endurance is not only a formula. Endurance is honoring the minimum promise on a bad day. A bad day does not need a miracle. A bad day needs one 10-minute round. When you complete it, you have beaten the urge to quit. You just taught your brain when it is hard, I still move. Tomorrow will feel less hard. Anchor this belief with one more picture. Eliud Kipchoge runs steady and long while repeating short lines, keep going, stay calm. Not because he does not get tired, because he chooses to stay with manageable effort instead of fleeing into comfort. You do not need a marathon. You need to stay with your 10 minutes. Run a tiny test now. Pick the single heaviest task today. Turn your back on every exit. Put your phone in another room. Start a 10-minute timer. Breathe deep. Whisper. Hurt for a moment. Self-respect all day. Type. Write. Do. When the bell rings, stand for 2 minutes. Water stretch, look far away. Second bell, sit down. Another 10 minutes. By the end of the third round, you will notice something strange. Real ease shows up after effort, not before it. You will not let comfort be the captain. You will let progress take the helm. You will not give yourself long escapes. You will give yourself short efforts. You will not say, wait until I feel better. You will work to feel better. If you fear, you will not keep the rhythm plan and anchor. Write 3 times a day when you can run 10 minutes. Morning after brushing your teeth. Midday after setting your glass on the desk. Evening before winding down. These times are rendezvous points. When the time arrives, you do 1 round. When it ends, you rest 2 minutes. String days together like this. Miss a round, do not attack yourself. Do not make up with an all-nighter. Return to one 10-minute round at the next slot. You are not punishing yourself. You are restoring the rhythm. Do that once, and you will see you have more mental endurance than you thought. One important note, do not use short effort to beat yourself up. It is a staircase, not a whip. Climb 1 step at a time. Stand tall, breathe evenly, keep going. When you look back, the stretch you have just climbed is not as scary as it looked from the bottom. Keep this line for the exact moment the urge to escape appears. Hurt for a moment. Self-respect all day. Each time you say it and begin your 10 minutes, you plant a small seed of self-belief. That seed sprouts into self-control. Self-control grows into identity. Now lock this section with a very simple action. Write in your notes 3 rounds of 10 minutes plus 2-minute rest. Set the timer for the first round as soon as this video ends. Prepare water. Clear the desk. Close every extra window. When the work bell rings, sit down. When the rest bell rings, stand up. 3 rounds or 3 arrows driven into the wall of procrastination. You will not choose the quick exit. You will choose the short effort. You will not buy cheap relief. You will accumulate relief that lasts. You will not let 1 weak minute sink the day. You will use 10 strong minutes to lift the day. Keep this rhythm into the next section. Even with endurance, impulses will appear: skip this session, eat for comfort, scroll to forget. Next, you will learn to extinguish impulses with a simple image: the pain of tomorrow. When the long-term cost is vivid, the short-term urge loses power. Let us keep going. Chapter 8, Fight Impulses, Win Short-Term Urges with Long-Term Pain. You do not lack willpower. You lose in the instant an impulse appears. Believing one time will not hurt is the fastest way to collect a month of regret. Impulses look harmless. Skip today's workout to feel better. Just a little snack. Scroll for a few minutes to clear your head. Light right now, heavy for a long time after. By night, you look back and see only a broken promise. Change the system on the spot. When an impulse flares, pause for 10 seconds. Breathe deeply. Picture tomorrow's pain. If you give in, weight up progress, lost trust in yourself down. Then choose the action that goes against the urge, but in the right direction. Drink a glass of water. Walk 20 steps. Return to the desk. Say a quiet line that locks you onto the right track. Choose the short pain. You do not need blind faith. Watch what a top performer does with impulses. LeBron James has for years shut down social media entirely during championship runs. Not because he hates entertainment, because he understands the long-term cost of a quick scroll when focus is required. In the history-making finals, when his team came back from down 3-1, he kept that discipline close. Every door to impulse open, only one door: compete and prepare. You may not need a league, but you do have your own playoffs. Every day, an hour that matters, a project that must cross the line. You can close the impulse doors for that hour. The first trap, the impulse to do what feels good right now. You are holding your shoes. Your brain says, I am tired today. Skip 1 session. You are opening the document. Your brain says, skim a little first, then start. If you answer immediately, you lose. Buy your reason 10 seconds. Stand still and breathe in. Picture exactly how you will feel this evening. If you bail, heavy head, restless, mood tomorrow, move to next week. Picture this evening, if you do the minimum version: relax shoulders, a check mark, self-respect, standing tall. Then say it clearly: I choose the short pain. Tie your laces, type the first line. You will not hand the road to the impulse. You will lay 1 brick that goes against it. The second trap, the just a little snack impulse. Your body is tired. Your head throbs. Your hand reaches for something sugary. Light now. An hour later, blood sugar dips, your mind fogs. Guilt rises. Reverse the order. When the snack impulse pops, drink water and walk 20 steps. If it remains, eat on purpose after 10 minutes of main work, not to hide, but to continue. You will not treat food as a reason to delay. You will use it in the right place as fuel. The third trap, the scrolling impulse. You tell yourself only 5 minutes. 5 becomes 30. 30 becomes a dead morning. Cut the loop at the level of your hands. Keep your phone out of reach during your work block. When the impulse hits, put your hand in an empty pocket, not on a screen. Count 3 to 1. Reopen the document. Type 10 lines without looking back. When 10 minutes end, reward yourself with 2 minutes to stand to stretch your back and look far away. You will not let your fingers decide for your brain. You will let the countdown pull you back. The fourth trap, the minute 11 impulse to quit. Sore shoulders, heavy head, a line in your mind. This is enough for today, but that enough is missing 1 unit of self-respect. Seal the session with 1 more notch, 1 more. Pull 1 more paragraph, 60 more seconds. 1 more is the button that breaks the impulse. Place it at the end of every round. You will not walk away at the easiest point to abandon. You will build the habit of crossing the line each time. Do you want data? Research on procrastination shows that a short pause before a decision helps your brain shift from seek pleasure now to evaluate consequences. You do not need advanced knowledge. You only need 10 seconds and one vivid picture of tomorrow. Your brain is smart enough to choose well when you pull it through the turn. Try a live drill. When you want to skip a workout, pause for 10 seconds. See tonight's mirror and that sigh. See tonight's check mark and that smile. Choose the second picture. Drink a glass of water. Walk 20 steps. Go back and do 10 minutes. When you want to snack, pause for 10 seconds. See your foggy head an hour from now. Choose water first, work first, intentional food after. When you want to scroll, pause for 10 seconds. See those 30 minutes vanish. Choose the countdown and type 10 lines. Every time you beat an impulse, you reclaim a piece of self-respect. Pile up enough pieces and impulses lose strength. You will hear the invitation, one time does not matter. Answer it. One time is exactly how a new pattern is created. Then you change the pattern on the spot. Short pain. All day self-respect. If you fear you are too tense, remember that short pain is not punishment. It is the small resistance that gets you over a little crest. Past the crest, the slope carries you. You are not straining all day. You are choosing the right 10 minutes. Another example of stopping impulses with rules. Tom Brady, during decisive stretches of the season, controls his inputs, tightly cuts entertainment, cuts noise, anchors himself in pre-game rituals. That is how he stands firm against the invitation to relax for comfort. Rituals are not for decoration. Rituals remove the ground under impulses. You can keep a very small ritual for each impulse, 10-second pause, picture the cost, drink water, walk 20 steps, return to work. You will not silence impulses forever. You will beat them one at a time. You will not wait for the craving to disappear. You will take one contrary action right now. You will not soothe yourself with, I will make up for it tomorrow. You will do one small piece today so there is nothing to make up. Lock this section with a visible commitment. Write one line where you will see it most. Impulse appears. Pause 10 seconds. See tomorrow's pain. Drink water and walk 20 steps. Return and work 10 minutes. Read it out loud once. Post it. Next time, execute it exactly as written. Each check mark is a tether that keeps you from being dragged by an impulse. You will not choose light now, heavy later. You will choose a little heavy now, very light later. You will not sign another one. Time is fine deal. You will sign only one thing. Choose the short pain. Keep this rhythm as you move to the next section. You now know how to stop impulses. But to go far, you must put energy into the right work instead of spilling it into busy-looking tasks. Next, you will learn the morning top 3 filter. Finish the important part before you open any door that leads to distraction. Let us keep going. Chapter 9, Direct Energy, Morning, Top 3 Distraction Lock. You do not lack hours. You are dropping your best hours into warm-up checking. Believing you must open the inbox and take a quick lap before working is a sure way to drain your energy before the main task. Morning is gold, but the enemy waits at the door, notifications lighting up an inbox ticking higher. The habit of let me peek so I feel settled. Light right now, heavy for the rest of the day. Each time you open that door, you shred your focus, you make your brain hop back and forth, and you drop the context. The price is always the same. The important work slips to the afternoon, slips to evening slips to tomorrow. Starting today, flip the order. Finish the morning top 3, then go online. You will not give your morning to the chime. You will give your morning to your goal. A clear example, when he was in office, Barack Obama kept an extremely minimalist morning. He trained before dawn, ate simply simplified wardrobe decisions, then handled the priority briefings. He did not open dozens of doors. He opened 3 doors, health, the big work, and support work. You do not need high office to do this. You only need to protect your morning from non-urgent calls. The first enemy is fake busy. It hides behind, "I will open the inbox for a quick warm-up." You read. You reply to small things. You feel like you are working, but you have not moved an inch down the road that matters. The price is that your sharpest hour gets spent on what anyone can do, and by noon, the work only you can do is still untouched. Set one simple rule: open no door that leads to distraction before the top three. Sit down and draw 3 boxes on paper: 1 big task, 2 small tasks, 1 health task. Begin with the big task for 15 to 30 minutes of quiet. You will not warm up with a lap around. You will warm up with a small result. The second enemy is the pull of notifications. It does not need to shout. 1 red dot can yank the wheel. The cost is that with every glance, you lose a few minutes reloading your train of thought. Rule: run your morning in one window mode. Place the phone out of reach. Turn off all push alerts during the top 3. Keep only water, a pen, in the big task document on the desk. Breathe deep, count 3, 2, 1, and type the first sentence. Only after you earn a check mark may your eyes look elsewhere. You will not let the red dot lead you out. You will let the top 3 board lead you back. The third enemy is a bad trade, giving away the golden hour for the feeling of "I replied to someone." It sounds polite, but it is unfair to your goal. The price is that other people's goals get serviced before yours. Rule: others can wait. Your morning cannot. When your hand reaches for the inbox, ask directly, "Does this move me closer to today's main goal?" If not, close it. Return to the big box. A very practical reinforcement: lock your top 3 the night before. Before bed, write tomorrow's 3 boxes and place the page where you sit in the morning. Name the task clearly, small and measurable. Write 300 words of the opening lock items, 1 and 2 of the outline, run or walk 15 minutes. In the morning, you do not think again. You execute. Negotiations in your head have little room when the order is already written. Another model of guarding the morning: Cal Newport, a computer science professor, is known for deep work blocks with no side windows. He schedules ahead, blocks every path to distraction, and gives his best hours to the hardest work. Not because he is more disciplined than everyone else, because he locks the morning with structure. You do not need a hyper-detailed calendar to copy the spirit. You only need to put the hardest work in slot 1 and protect it with 15, 20, or 30 uninterrupted minutes. Now run one short round. Pick up a pen. Write 3 boxes for today. The big task: 1 clear, verifiable slice. 2 small tasks: support the big task or clear its path. Health: minimal movement or a clean breakfast or deliberate breathing. Place the page in front of you. Start a 15-minute timer for the big box. Type, sketch, calculate. Finish 1 slice. Mark it done. Only when the top 3 are complete do you go online. You will want to justify. But what if there is something urgent? Here is how to set a safety valve without breaking the frame. Choose 1 urgent channel only, for example, phone calls, and mute everything else until the top 3 are done. If something is truly urgent, they will call. If not, it is not urgent. You continue your work. Another subtle trap: over-ritualizing the morning. Brewing the drink too carefully, tidying the desk too long, making notes too pretty. The price is a lost rhythm. Rule: result first, ritual after. Let the ritual become a reward after you finish the big box. Tidy later. Pretty pages later. You need an opening paragraph. The opening pulls the whole session. Want data you can trust. Rapid task switching lowers effectiveness because the brain must reload context each time. Single channel focus lets the idea thread heat up and then flow. You feel this after 15 uninterrupted minutes: smoother words, faster decisions, steadier hands. Not because you suddenly became better, because your morning was not chopped up. Here is a very short distraction-free start ritual. Sit tall, 2 deep breaths. Say the name of the big task out loud. Count 3, 2, 1, touch the main tool. At the moment of touch, you leave thinking mode and enter doing mode. Every chime stays outside the door. Many people say I am a night worker. That is fine. The morning top 3 still works. Simply move the goal block to the hours when you are most alert. The point is not morning versus night. The point is that the big work goes before the web of distraction, whatever time you choose. Now lock this frame with a soft 30-day commitment every day top 3 before going online. Each morning snap a photo of the page with 3 check marks and save it in a single folder. You do not need to show anyone. You only need evidence to remind yourself, I am the person who finishes the top 3 every day. You will not let the inbox steer your hands. You will let 3 boxes steer your day. You will not chase the red dot. You will chase the check mark. You will not buy the feeling of busy. You will buy progress. Now take a 10-second action to lock the habit. Write today's 3 boxes. Place the page at the center of your desk. Put your phone face down. Start a 15-minute timer and go straight into the big box. When the bell rings, stand for 2 minutes, drink water, stretch your back, then handle the 2 small tasks. Finally, complete the health box. When the top 3 are done, then you open the web. After 1 week, you will notice something interesting. A quiet morning, a light midday and evening without self-reproach. That is the return on the top 3. You drop your priorities onto solid ground instead of letting them float in your head. Keep this rhythm into the final section. You now know how to lock out distraction and direct energy to the right work. The next section will help you cement identity no more, waiting for inspiration, no more lucky days, but a disciplined operating system. You act no matter where your feelings are. When identity shifts, every technique in this guide becomes reflex. Let us keep going. Chapter 10, Condition to Act, Work Without Inspiration. You do not need inspiration to do the work. If your day only runs when the vibe feels right, you will have many motionless days. Each time you say, wait until tomorrow for the full feeling, you sign another page of broken promises to yourself. The blocker here is dependence. It wears a sweet disguise. Do it tomorrow for a smoother flow. Today is not the right mood. The cost is quiet but heavy. Plans stretch without end. Standards slide. Self-respect wears down bit by bit. Change the rule right now. Set daily non-negotiable standards. Short, clear, in the present tense. Write X words. Train Y minutes. Read Z pages. When the time arrives, you work, no meetings. You may be skeptical. So hear a true story. Haruki Murakami once described the early years of his novel, writing up before dawn, several hours of writing a run or a swim early to bed. Every day, whether he felt like it or not. Not because every day felt wonderful, because he understood this: when the rule runs, feelings follow. Books are born not from one explosive evening, but from 1,000 ordinary mornings that start on time. Begin at the smallest scale so your body can hear and act now. Choose one thing only for tomorrow morning. For example, write 300 words or train 15 minutes or read 6 pages. Set a fixed time. Post a command where your eyes land first. When it is time, I work. When the alarm rings, stand up, open the exact tool count 3, 2, 1, and touch the first move. You will not ask, am I ready yet? You will act in order to become ready. The most familiar trick of feelings is asking for a delay. Tomorrow for the full vibe. It sounds kind, but it cuts a slick slope under your feet. You slip a little today, and tomorrow the slope gets steeper. Block it with one very short order. 5 minutes now. Start the timer. Type rough. Jog lightly. Read with steady eyes. After 5 minutes, you will see yourself in orbit. 10 more minutes becomes natural. You will not wait for the flame before you boil the water. You will turn on the stove first, and the heat will come. Another trap looks like care. You want to prepare the right mood. You tidy the desk for a long time, craft the drink carefully, line up the papers perfectly. Your head feels soothed, but the main work is still closed. The price is that your golden hour slides away in silence. Reverse the order. Result first, ritual after. Open the file and type an ugly paragraph. Lay down the mat and do 10 push-ups. Open the book and read 2 pages. After the small slice is done, then tidy the desk, then make the drink. You will not beautify the frame. You will place a brick in the wall. When midday drains your energy, the old invitation arrives, push it to the afternoon so it will feel smooth. The price is evening self-reproach. Your rule is a non-negotiable minimum. 10 minutes for the main task even when tired. Mark it done, then rest. You will not wait for the perfect rhythm. You will keep life's rhythm with one minimum round. Do you want more evidence? Research on if then planning shows that people who write if X, then do Y increase completion because the brain gets a shortcut from cue to action. You do not need the terminology. You need one if-then line of your own posted on the wall. If the alarm at 6:30 rings, then open the document and type 300 words. If I set my glass on the desk, then I do 10 push-ups. If I finish making the bed, then I read 6 pages. The more specific the sentence, the more your feet move by themselves. Another illustration of not waiting for inspiration. Maya Angelou said she rented a bare room, arrived early each morning, and wrote for hours day after day. Not because the room had magic, because the fixed ritual pulled her hands into the work and kept feelings from blocking the door. You do not need a private room. You need a fixed rendezvous with the work, a desk, a quiet corner, one protected hour. Now for the hard, honest part, do not evaluate during the rooting phase. On day 3, you see nothing. On day 7, you see nothing. That is normal. A tree needs roots before it needs leaves. The work needs rhythm before it needs excitement. Answer one question only. Did I complete my non-negotiable today, yes or no? No gray. A long run of yes turns into identity. Another subtle enemy checking your motivation. You sit down and ask, do I feel inspired today? You just handed power to the most fickle thing. Take that power back. Tomorrow morning, do not check inspiration. Check the clock. When the clock arrives, you work. After a small slice, feelings, doc? Not the other way around. You may think, what if I start and it is bad? Bad is normal in the first minute. Your rule is progress, first polish later. Ugly writing is acceptable. Slow training is acceptable. Repeated reading is acceptable. You are training the automatic nature of action, not chasing a perfect feeling. Another version of non-negotiable: set a fixed hour and guard it like a serious appointment. 1 hour with yourself, no changes, no rescheduling. Others can wait. Your hour cannot. Set a reminder 5 minutes early. Lay out the tools. When the main alarm rings, be there. You will not finish up a few small things. You will show up on time for your goal. You say, I often forget. Then pack reminders into the environment itself. Let your lock screen show one line only: rule runs. Feelings follow. Keep only water, a pen, and the document on the desk. Place the phone out of reach. Use a wall calendar with big boxes. Every day gets a mark. The longer the streak, the less your feelings get a vote. One more story to reinforce the belief. Simone Biles has often spoken about keeping the same entry ritual to the gym and the same warm-up sequence regardless of how she feels that day. Not because every session is perfect, because ritual is the bridge from intention to action. Feelings may be slow, but the body already knows the way. Now do one thing in 10 seconds. Write one non-negotiable for tomorrow. Set one fixed time. Turn on a daily reminder. Post when it is time I work. At eye level. Done. You just move from I hope to do it to the calendar requires it. You will hear an objection. What if tomorrow gets crowded? Crowded days still have a minimum version. If you cannot write 300 words, write 100 words. If you cannot train 15 minutes, train 5 minutes. If you cannot read 6 pages, read 2 pages. Keep the streak alive. Increase again tomorrow. You will not shatter the rhythm because of one bad day. You will keep one small piece so the rhythm keeps breathing. Here is a way to make non-negotiables easy to swallow yet still strong. Clear verbs: write, train, read, clear units, words, minutes, pages. Clear time, a specific slot. Clear evidence, a visible check mark. Do not let your brain invent as it goes. Hand it the order slip. If you need outside support, add gentle pressure, tell one person your standard, and snap a check mark each morning for 30 days. No long speeches, just evidence. Each photo is one promise kept. You may think, will this feel too dry? Dry is a first impression. True freedom lives on the other side. You realize you are no longer dependent on mood to live the day you want. At night when you close the laptop, you feel calm because you kept your word to yourself. We are nearly done. Let us gather it into one clean flow for your voice to emphasize. Tomorrow morning, do not check feelings. Check the clock. When the clock arrives, you work. After a small slice, you mark it. After the mark, feelings follow. Repeat this for 30 days. You are no longer the person who waits for tomorrow when the vibe is right. You become the person who works when it is time. Now comes the chapter's final promise, which is also your starting command. Write in the comments one non-negotiable for the next 30 days. One sentence, one time, one proof. Return tomorrow and leave check mark number 1. After 7 days, leave check mark number 7. We will check together. You will not live by emotional weather. You will live by the rule you signed. You will not ask whether inspiration gives permission. You will issue the order for action and let feelings follow. You will not wait for the right vibe. You will create the right schedule. Carry this line for the road ahead. Rule runs. Feelings follow. When the rule runs, each small piece drops into the right place. When each small piece is in the right place, a new version of you stands up steady, consistent, acting without needing inspiration. You have heard enough promises, and you have abandoned yourself enough times. No one is coming to save you, but you do have a switch. One breath, one count, one step. Life does not wait for you to be in the mood. Dawn still arrives on time. You can too. On time. There will still be nights when you want to stop. There will still be mornings when you want to delay. Feelings will change color. Discipline will not. Discipline stands like a lighthouse on the shore. The sea can be rough. The light stays on. You used to call yourself someone who quits easily. Starting today, you are simply someone who is becoming. No fanfare needed. Only consistency. One brick, then another brick. The wall will appear before you even realize it. You will not buy cheap relief. You will buy peace that lasts. You will not ask your heart for permission. You will show your heart once your hands have acted. When you want to run away, remember this. The pain of one short effort is much lighter than the pain of a full day of self-reproach. Choose the short pain. Keep your self-respect all day. If today feels cramped, take one step. If noise rushes in, close one door. If doubt rises, do one piece, then one more piece, then one more piece, until the quiet inside you is louder than every call to delay. No more promises needed. Only show up when it is time. Then discipline will carry you the rest of the way. And when you forget, repeat this line softly but firmly. The rule runs, feelings follow.